Hey guys, it's Mike and Elsie here.
Hi.
Just before we started the podcast today, we just wanted to pop a little note in because we thought it was really important. If you are in New Zealand, you know that the government has put forward a definition of a woman bill. Yeah, it's really bad. It's basically saying that trans women are not women and trans men are not men. Obviously, we thoroughly disagree with that.
Wholeheartedly.
Trans women are women, trans men and men, non-binary people are neither and both and whatever. People should be allowed to live how they want to live without any sort of government supervision saying what gender they can and cannot be. In saying that, public submissions are open to tell the government that you think that this is abhorrent and morally reprehensible. Tell them submissions close Thursday, 2nd of July at 11:59. So you've got a little while to come up with a submission. I wrote one. I am not the most intelligent person politically. You don't have to be. You can just write, I do not support this bill. And that's literally all it has to be. You can do them on the New Zealand Parliament website. Look up, make a submission. If you are unsure, reach out to us on our Instagram at the Silver Fox Office and we'll send you the link. We'll let you know where to go. It is hugely important to support our trans friends and whānau.
And as a cisgendered woman, I think it's incredibly important that we're speaking up for our fellow trans women, our trans sisters, and our trans brothers, our trans friends. It's also important because the government are doing this in our name. They're saying that this is to protect us and to help us, and it is doing nothing of the sort. This government has done absolutely nothing to prove that they can be trusted to help women, and instead what they are trying to do is they are trying to take away the rights of trans people and do it in our name. Yep. And there's absolutely no cause for it. And it will always have been more important to support and to protect trans people than to let this bill go anywhere. So do your submission. I did mine. I did it on my phone. It was really easy. Yep. You write what you believe and then you submit it. So take literally 10 minutes to do something that will indefinitely help and support trans people. And you need to let the government know that this cannot happen, that New Zealanders do not stand for this.
And if you think that it is a good bill and you support the bill, turn this off.
You're not listening
away,
to us.
Fuck off.
We don't want
you.
So, all right, we love the trans community more than anything. And enjoy this episode.
On with the show. It's the Silver Fox Office for the box office foxes. It's the Silver Fox Office with Elsie and Mike.
Kia ora, welcome to the Silver Fox Office, where we are on a quest to find the foxiest old guy in cinema. I'm Elsie.
And I'm Mike. Hi.
Here we are.
I feel like it's going to be feral today.
There's something in the air.
We saw each other and we greeted each other like we hadn't seen each other in a decade.
We were like, there was something odd afoot where it just felt like it had been a while.
But I'm feeling in general, this fox in particular, we'll get to it, but makes me a little bit feral anyway.
Okay,
so I think I'm just going to be, that's the energy I'm going to be bringing.
That's the energy you're bringing. It's going to be like a Gregory Peck. It's going to be like a Clancy Brown.
That's just where my brain's at. Yeah. How you going? How you doing?
Good.
Yeah?
I'm pretty good. I yesterday had one of the worst hangovers I've had in a while.
Great. Could you smell colours? Is it...
I could, yeah, I don't know. It was either I could smell colours or I couldn't smell a hell of a lot. But I was in a right state. I ended up going back to bed, going back to sleep maybe 3 different times. Because I was like, something's got to give. Spent a lot of yesterday lying down with a wheat bag, just covering my entire face.
Sure.
So I'm feeling monumentally better.
And why not? It is King's birthday weekend, and how else? I'm sure that's how he would want us to commemorate the occasion.
I think Big Charlie with the sausage fingers.
Big Charlie with the sausage fingers.
Big Charlie with the saucy fingers would have said, come on, get out there, have some fun. Oh, I'll show you a photo that I found on my phone when I woke up.
Is this just of you being hungover?
No, this is me.
Oh my God. Okay, so Elsie is wearing... So she's just wearing normal clothes, so that's fine. She is holding a sword. The sword has as its hilt, and it's is it the pommel, the bit that goes
think
across?
so.
So that is basically the bit where the blade meets the handle. Is a large eye, which is like purple and yellow with a vertical slit.
Whoa.
And it's got and it's got two like spikes out of it, and it looks familiar. Like it looks like I should know it from
I
something.
think it might be from Adventure Time.
Okay.
I distinctly remember a guy from Adventure Time being there.
And then she is wearing on her head as a sort of hat mask combo is a lobster head, which is part of a lobster costume, which I have also worn.
Oh, perfect.
That lobster, not that specific one, but you know that
similar ilk.
And the expression in her face is manic, I would say. You can only see her eyes, her cheek, and a little bit of nose, but the eyes are truly manic. They are saying,
It's the most insane expression.
They are saying, come at me, bro. And they are also saying, I'm having a wonderful time.
They're saying, don't get on the wrong end of my eye sword.
I feel like you need to post.
Oh, absolutely. I think what also makes it is it's visibly nighttime, however, I'm illuminated, and I'm also somehow standing at a barbecue station because you can just see like gas bottles
and
over the shoulder. And AstroTurf. So there's a lot going on here. I will post it. I think everyone needs to fully understand the kind of Friday evening to Saturday morning that I was having. What I do remember is after we left the party, we went to karaoke.
Yes.
And I remember having not one, but 2 bottles of soju.
Excellent. As you need to do at karaoke.
At the end of the night.
Oh.
I also remember making somebody go out and talk to the guy behind the counter because Sports Car by Tate McRae was not playing. I couldn't get it to work on the karaoke machine, and I was like, somebody do something.
I need this. This needs to happen.
So yeah, that was that's a Friday. Yesterday ended up going out for dinner, just like pub style food, and the humongous chicken schnitzel actually brought me back from the dead.
Okay.
So I was reborn again by way of chicken schnitzel.
Oh, thank God for chicken schnitzel.
Oh, there we are. So that's me. How are you doing, Mike?
I'm great. I've got nothing else to say. I'm fine. I'm not hungover. I wasn't hungover.
Congratulations.
Everything's coming up roses. You know, it's fine. Nothing exciting has happened to me.
Well, the night is young, and so are you.
Am I?
I think so.
I've got nothing to say.
Fair enough.
No, I thought I may have something, but it's gone. I was like, things happen to me, and I'm like, this is a story for the podcast. And then it does. Oh, one thing is, obviously, was it the last episode where you challenged me to have watched 30% of Christopher Lee's filmography, Letterboxd filmography? We have had 2 people say that they have put a remote note in their calendar, so obviously Katrina, previous guest, and Ed, previous guest, token straight man, have both put reminders in their calendar that I have to have watched 30% of his Letterboxd filmography by January 1st, I think.
Yep,
so,
or else I get a prize.
Yeah.
And if you do it, you get a prize.
I get a prize. And it was also his birthday the other day, Christopher Lee's, on the 27th.
Happy birthday, Chrissy L.
My boy. And as well as Vincent Price and Peter Cushing, because Peter Cushing, I think, is the 26th of May. Christopher Lee and Vincent Price are both the 27th.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what's happening with me, I guess.
Your very vampire birthday.
Yeah.
I think I've talked about him before, but there is a young man on TikTok. His name is Bobby. His handle is, I believe, at Lugosi Theatre.
Yeah.
He is an autistic adult whose special interest is Dracula.
Excellent.
And I do distinctly remember him doing a video the other day being like, it's a massive day. It's like this person's birthday and this person's birthday. And like, I think Vincent Price, most of Bela Lugosi maybe. So most of my vampire knowledge either comes from yourself or from Bobby Lugosi Theatre.
Great. Which is as God intended.
As God intended.
Not from the original text of Dracula.
No. I don't think I'm ready for the original text of Dracula. I think I just need to experience it through yourself and through Bobby.
Yeah. Absolutely. As it should be.
As it should be.
Great, matching side.
Matching size.
So, Elsie, what have you been watching? Have you seen any good films recently?
Before
Read any good books?
Before I get into film, I want to talk about TV that I've been watching because I think I talked about it during the last episode that I hadn't yet started it, but I knew that season 2 of the show Rivals
Yes.
was coming out. So for those that are unaware, there was this whole series called the Rutshire Chronicles by Dame Jilly Cooper, God rest her soul. And she wrote what was then coined as a bonkbusters. She really like revolutionized the raunchy novel, and her ones in these series were set in the Cotswolds in England, and they're in the 80s, and it's a bunch of like Tories behaving really badly,
Yeah,
sleeping with each other and doing lots of shitty stuff as Tories do.
as Tories do.
And the first, so the series is on Disney Plus. They turned it into a television series. It's on Disney Plus. The first season came out last year, and I would be at work eagerly awaiting to go home just so I could watch Rivals. And I
Nice.
used to sit
Okay.
on my couch and I used to giggle and I used to kick my little feet, and it's
Yep.
so salacious, it's so raunchy, it's so like silly. I was obsessed with it. I was
Yeah.
absolutely obsessed with it. And when they announced they were doing a second season, I was very excited. I kind of like cooled off of it for a while because there was like a gap, and then it came back and I was like, right. And I had to prepare myself because I was like, oh, what if, the second season isn't as good as the first?
Of
Or,
course. Always the drama,
such
always the
high
fear.
expectations. Literally, first episode, they are in this gaudy indoor-outdoor pool complex at one of them at their mansion,
Of course.
and it's like pink and it's like decorated to the nines. And then these two twin polo players, these guys, they strip off fully, kits off, and jump and dive bomb into the pool, and then everyone starts taking their clothes off, diving into the pool.
Excellent.
And I was like, we're already back.
We're back.
We're already back.
That's what you want.
And it is already perfect. So
How long has it been between seasons? Sorry.
I want to say a few months.
Okay.
Was it a month or was it a year? Did it come out last year or the year before? I can't remember. Now, it's been a minute.
Okay.
But so the episodes come out on Fridays in New Zealand, and so I haven't watched Friday's episode because obviously I was, playing with a sword with a lobster head on,
Absolutely.
dressed as a crayfish. So I'm gonna watch it tonight, and I'm just buzzing with excitement.
Yeah.
It is so good. Like, it is just, it reminds me, it's like all of that fun teasing stuff that Jilly Cooper put into her books comes out so well in the television show. Like, you feel like your cheeks are on fire, you're kicking your feet.
Yeah.
You feel like even when they're doing something they shouldn't be, like, there are so many affairs going on, and obviously a little bit of like that problematic when it's like fictional, and you just love everyone's White Lotus.
Yeah.
There was an
Drama,
incredible
White
scene in
Lotus.
one of the latest episodes of the season 2 of Rivals where somebody's throwing a dinner party and she hires somebody to cook for her, but she doesn't want them to know that she hasn't been cooking.
Sure.
So she says, if anyone comes in, you have to hide in the pantry. So then there's this whole, right? Everyone's running in and out of the
sitcom premise.
kitchen, and she's in the pantry, and then the guy that she had a fling with is in the pantry with her, and they're nose to nose, and you're like, oh my god, well, they weren't they?
What?
And then there are secrets being told, and everybody's running in and out, so in one door, out the other, like Scooby-Doo. So good. I'm so obsessed with Rivals. I love that. I love that show. And I bought the book last year. Haven't read it yet.
Right.
But I'm thinking maybe when season 2 is over, I might try to get into it. It's quite a thick book, so it's going to take me a bit.
Okay.
But it's just so fun. It's just so fun. Everyone needs to read Dame Jilly Cooper's Bonkbusters, The Rutshire Chronicles. It's about polo players. It's about MPs. It's about just like rich people and their completely like nonsensical issues. And every issue that they have is literally like by their own design. They put themselves in these situations. And yeah, I love it. It's so good.
Blockbusters is
And
insane. That's so
Dame Jilly
good.
Cooper passed away last year, I think, end of last year, which is a real shame because
What's the book called, sorry?
the book's called Rivals.
I looked it up, it wasn't showing me anything.
I'm pretty sure the book one is called Rivals. Hold on. Let me have a look.
I see. No, I was looking up Jelly with a
J.
with a G. So it's Jelly with a J.
Jelly Yeah, it's
oh
a
my God,
big
716
book. And the
pages.
thing is, like, there is so many books in this series, and they've got crazy names. Like, there's Riders, Rivals, Polo, The Man Who Made Husbands Jealous,
Oh.
Mount, Tackle, like all of these kind of things. Jilly Cooper was that woman.
Good
She was.
Mount.
I'll see if I can find a photo of her back in the day when she was like, oh yeah, this is just a classic Jilly Cooper book. So good. Yeah, so good.
Saucy. The cover of this book, just a butt and lycra being clasped by a man's hand. Insane.
So yeah, Rivals.
Fun.
Insane. That's my little obsession at the moment, and it feels good to have another TV show that I'm just like so eager to watch. It's like the reason I got into watching F1, right? I wanted something to make me look forward to on Mondays, because most F1 races are on Monday in New Zealand. It's like, I need something to look forward to, and that's Rivals. Yeah. So, movies.
Yes.
So.
Oh no.
On the 20th, I did commit cardinal sin, went and watched some problematic media. I saw Michael.
Yeah. Oh, I saw
you know what? So it was made by the bloke that did Bohemian Rhapsody. And you could tell, because have you seen Bohemian Rhapsody?
I have, in my life, seen one music biopic.
Oh, true. Yeah.
And that was the Ray Charles movie.
No.
So I have not seen
seen
Bohemian Rhapsody. I've not seen Rocket Man. No. I've not seen.
Have I told you my story about watching Rocket Man?
Michael. Maybe.
Watched it at my parents' house, as where I'm always am, right? And we were watching it. We ordered pizza for dinner. It was a hot day, right? So it was a hot evening. It must have been the summertime. We had the front door open. And if you're standing in my parents' front door, you can look straight into the lounge where we were watching TV. As the pizza guy arrives, the scene in Rocket Man is Taron Egerton and Richard Madden. Is that his name? I think his name's Richard Madden. Anyway, having sex.
Yeah.
So we got to pause it. We pause it because we're like, we don't want the pizza boy to think we're watching gay porn.
Of course.
In the lounge with, with our folks. So we pause it, but it's like in the most unfortunate frame ever. So Bob's like, get that off the TV. The pizza guy's standing in the doorway. Door's open. He's listening, get it off the TV. And then so I'm like, it's Rocket Man, which just sounds like the name of porno.
It's Rocket Man.
So yeah.
It's Dead Dandy.
Anyway.
It's Dead Dandy.
The reason okay, so there's a scene in Bohemian Rhapsody where they're recording the song Bohemian Rhapsody, I think, and they're trying to get all the parts together and they're trying to do it.
Sure.
And so it takes place in the recording studio. So they try to get him to sing and then he doesn't do it right. So you have to stop and rewind the tape and then play and then they stop and rewind the tape. The exact same thing happens to Michael. They're trying to get him to sing what is it? I'll be living here, something like that. I can't remember which song it was. Okay. Anyway, but they're just doing the exact same scene again, and I was like, oh, this is definitely made by the guy that did it. What I will say, I grew up on Michael Jackson music.
Yeah.
I listened to a lot of Michael Jackson music. I used to just like spend ages emulating his dance moves. He was obviously a very big deal because he just was. He just was. And he was undeniably like the like maybe the most famous pop star of all time.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say it. I think he might be. Because like if you think about it,
it depends how loosely we're defining pop music, right? Because I guess you could say like Elvis or the Beatles are kind of.
Well, the Beatles don't count, but
okay. Madonna's got to be up there, surely.
Because that's the thing. Like,
But not as big as Michael.
Like, back in the day, around that time, you could have gone to any corner of the earth and you could have said, like, do you know who Michael Jackson is?
Yeah.
And they would have. Right? And that's how I kind of measure it.
Yeah.
And even today, there are kids who were never alive at the same time that Michael Jackson was, and they know who he is and they know how important he is. And there was this bit of the movie where he goes to, like, the producer guy and he's like, I want to make the best-selling album in the world and I want to have the best-selling tour in the world, and then he just does it.
Yeah.
And I still think, correct me if I'm wrong, somebody,
Somebody, not mine. Mike won't know.
Might still be the best-selling album, which is kind of insane. So I just think,
surprise.
yeah,
Personally.
I think it is a
stems to
Vincent Price thing. All the roads lead to Vincent Price.
So
in the world.
Vincent Price is the number one pop star.
I think trying to, like, think about his global stardom is, like, an insane thing to think about. Now, was it a good movie? No, not really. As far as musical biopics go, was not the worst one. But yeah, it's all Michael.
I read an article recently from the guy that directed Finding Neverland, which is a incredible documentary.
Oh, yeah.
It is a hard watch, but it's incredible. And he was basically talking about the Michael film, and he was like, no one cares. No one cares that he was a pedophile.
Yeah.
Look at how much money this is making. Look at how much money and how how everywhere.
Still plays music everywhere. His album's still being purchased.
He's ubiquitous, and he's like, people just do not give a shit.
And also, if you look at America, it's like, people don't care if you're, like, a rapist or a pedophile because you become president.
Yeah. For me, Michael Jackson is very much in the J.K. Rowling territory, in that, like, there was a time where him and his works meant a lot to me, and because of who that person became or who that person always was, they are no longer important to me.
Yeah, I think I think it's just interesting how, like, the cultural zeitgeist and, like, how, like, the cyclical trend we have of, like, if you'll be in the news, but then there's, like, the news cycle will just cycle you out again, and then people will forget. People have, like, a 5-second memory about these things, right? Like, the most bang average musical biopic ever.
And also just generally fuck that guy.
I then watched this movie, which was so insane. I just need to first of all ask if you've heard it before I describe it to you. Have you heard of the movie Where the Heart Is?
So I saw you had logged this. Where the Heart Is, it was a trailer on my VHS of X-Men 2000, and which is a movie I watched a lot.
The trailer, like the
so I watched that trailer. And I think I have seen the film a couple of times. Yes, I've heard of it. I'm familiar with
so when I tell you,
2 minute long section of it,
I bought it on Apple TV. I couldn't rent it. I had to purchase it, and I said, you know what, for like $9, sure. For those who are unaware, young Natalie Portman is pregnant.
Yep.
And her piece of shit boyfriend leaves her at a Walmart. Yep. She lives in the Walmart. Yep. And she effectively gets adopted by Stockard Channing. Yep. Because because her mother, Sally Field, is also a dropkick. Yeah. She has the baby, whom she names Americus. Yeah. And then the whole town rallies around her to give her and Americus a good life. There is a scene with a tornado where Natalie Portman nearly gets sucked out of a tornado shelter. Natalie Portman's also afraid of the number 5. Yeah. There is a guy called Fawny, which you will always mistake for horny when you're watching the film. Joan Cusack is there.
Joan Cusack is there.
Such is life. That's the movie. Yeah. I watched it. First of all, perfect film. I wish I could give it more than 5 stars. Perfect film. Makes no sense. Yeah. the names get increasingly weirder as
Yeah.
you go on. You start with like Nova Lee, then you hit Fawny, then you hit Americus, you got Sister Husband.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are we talking? It is
What are we
such
doing here?
the setting of this film is so comforting.
Yeah.
The lighting is all really like soft. Everyone's like it looks like 90s, like small town.
Yeah.
Incredible film.
Is there, I may be remembering this wrong, is there like a country and western plot line?
Yeah,
in
that's
it?
her
There's
piece
like
of
a
shit
recording
boyfriend.
artist
There we go.
or-
He works for Joan Cusack.
Yes.
He's
And
trying to
she's
get
like,
signed.
cool.
Yeah, it's a fucking
Yes,
insane
yes.
film. So good though.
I haven't seen it in probably 20 years, but
Absolutely.
I remember it.
Her
Parts of it
having a
are
baby in the
etched
Walmart
in me
and
for-
falling, jumping through a plate glass window is not even the craziest part of
Yeah.
the film. So good. Anyway.
Yeah. I just remember being so entranced with the idea of
which
living
was
in a
like,
department
it was
store.
so not even
Yeah,
the
and it's
biggest
such a
part,
small
but
part
it's
of the
like
film
the bit
as
where
well.
you're
It's
like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And you watch her, like, how she's living in, like, this Walmart and how she's, like, sleeping in the outdoor camping section. So good. Really good.
Yeah.
Then yesterday, deathly hungover, I watched Lake Mungo.
Not the most appropriate hangover
review.
fare.
Watched this insanely hungover with a reaction speed in the negatives. I genuinely, so I was at my folks' place.
Yeah.
Where all people go to have hangovers. My sister's watching it too. Me, my mum. My sister was farting around in the air fryer. So while we were waiting, mum was like, "So what is this?" I said, "It's a horror movie."
Yeah.
See, the premise is it's like a documentary.
Mm-hmm.
See, but it's not a true story.
Yeah.
So it's a fake story, but it's made to look real. So they made it into look like a documentary.
Yeah.
She's like,
Yeah, and
a
they've gone for
very
a very
specific style of
specific
documentary. She's like, okay. Sister comes in, she finished farting around the air fryer, it's fine. Play the movie. Movie starts, pops up with this like title card being like, and this is the story.
Yeah.
My mum. So this is a true story. I said, pause
Yes,
the
Linda.
film.
Yes,
I
Linda.
said, turn the TV off. I said, what are you talking about? I was just explaining to you how it's not. She said, well, it says that it is. And I said, but I said that it's not. So anyway, she did not find Lake Mungo scary.
Okay.
I think it's because she was confused.
Fair enough, it's a confusing film. I also feel like I don't love it. I admire it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't hugely work for me,
No.
to be perfectly honest. But I think there is a particular personality that would find it the scariest thing in the world. I don't know what that personality would be, but you know.
Maybe it's because I've watched a lot of Australian documentaries in my time, being so close to the great nation. It is very accurate as far as documentaries go. Like, if you knew nothing about it going into it, you could genuinely start to convince yourself that that was real.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
The way, even just down to like the kind of people they're interviewing, the fact that one of the girls is called Kim. Like, yes, her name would be Kim.
Of course,
she looks like a fucking Kim. He looks like a Russell. He's also really sexy. The main girl's dad is like so hot. I was like, whoa. But I think it's not a long movie, but it feels longer than it is.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of made me wane a wee bit. Also, the fact that I was actively dying.
Yeah.
I was actively in the motions of passing away. It's and I know that the ending, no spoilers. I know that the ending is oft regarded as like one of the greatest horror movie endings, and it's like thought of as one of the scariest found footage horror films. But like for me, my favorite found footage documentary style horror film is the Poughkeepsie Tapes.
Ooh.
The first time I ever watched that, I could not stop thinking about it for like 2 weeks. Yeah, that one like scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas this one, I'm like, and then maybe it's also because of the kind of person I am. I don't think the subject matter is really meant for me.
you're also not a supernatural girly.
Neither.
Yeah, it's not. You tend to
Poughkeepsie
prefer
Tapes.
real
So
life
the
horror,
Poughkeepsie
which is
Tapes
where,
works perfectly for me because it preys on like biggest fears.
and it is also based on a real thing. It's
Right.
pretty much
But
a
this one I was like,
retelling.
but it's still fine. It's good.
Mm.
I liked it more than Mum did because I think I understood it more than Mum did.
Yeah.
She's still sitting there being like, when did this happen? We would have heard it on the news. Yeah, true. And then this morning,
Yeah.
literally this morning, my sister and I ventured into the back rooms.
I saw it
Okay.
on Friday night.
Because we've both seen it.
Yeah.
What did you think of the back rooms? As did I.
I gave it a 4. Liked it. I
Mm.
very much liked it. I don't necessarily know what happened, but I don't think I need to. I don't think it's that kind of thing. I think it was. I think it maybe tried a little bit hard at points, but the fact that it was made by a 20-year-old,
Which
it's shot phenomenally.
Chiwetel
It's
is
acted
beautiful.
really well. Oh, that man. He will be a fox
He
at some
really,
point.
like-
He really will.
desperate
Yeah.
acting. Like
Yeah.
and not that like desperation.
Yeah.
It was frightening.
It was. But also, one of my toxic traits is I'm like, I would want to have a wander around. Let me poke around in
I literally leaned over to my
back
sister at
room.
one
It's
point. I was
what
like,
I'm
"You've
saying.
seen my troubles." I was like, I would have been charging people like $10 to come visit the back rooms.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, if you want to take something with you, that's an extra $10.
Yeah.
Give me $10, you can go in the back rooms.
There's a scene where she's like running away, the therapist lady's running away and she's jumping over couches, and I leaned over to my friend Stacey and I just said couch surfing. That's all. But I like watched it, and I feel like it would have worked better if I watched it at a better screening. The screening was packed. We were behind 4 children,
Oh.
and they were throwing popcorn at each other, and they were doing like the fake arm around you kind of thing, and
Yeah.
they were talking and being little. I felt
There's
so
a few
bitter.
people in there, but
like a bitter old
like,
man.
everyone was like dead silent.
Yeah.
Like nobody. There's also surprisingly young kids in there.
Yeah. Well, I had no idea going into it. I had no idea it was based on a creepypasta.
Yeah.
That there are YouTube things, and I had no idea. I was just like, I've heard this is a fun horror film, and I was like, why are there
I
many
knew
young
that it was
people
like
here?
a thing on the internet, but I didn't know any of the story behind it. My sister was like much more up to the play with it than I was. I think, therefore, not knowing anything about the lore or the backstory, I was thoroughly scared. I think the other thing that freaked me out about it was like the way some of it is shot. You're watching it on like a camcorder because it's like set in the 90s. You're watching it on a camcorder, so you get the feeling like you're going first. You know, sometimes when you watch a horror movie and it's like, yes, I'm like unnerved, but like the character's going first, so I'm kind of behind them, so I'm not too frightened. This one, it's like, I don't want to go first. I want somebody to go in front of me. I don't like that you're putting me in there first, so I don't know. Also, I guess the whole nature of the back rooms and how the set is built, there's so many things for people to hide behind.
Yeah.
So every time they turn the camera around and you go behind a wall, I was like on the edge of my seat being like, oh my God, there's going to be something behind one of those walls and I'm not prepared for it. So the hairs on the back of my neck genuinely were up the entire film.
Yeah.
It was very unnerving. It perfectly played into that fear of like liminal spaces, of like being somewhere after dark when you shouldn't, of just like this uncanny, unknowing type thing. It was, I think, really well done. And again, the fact that the dude that made it is just 20.
Yeah.
But also kind of reading about it after, I heard that he was kind of one of the pioneers of making the web stories.
He started making them when he was like 16.
That was like, he was the right person to make the stuff because it was made with heart. He obviously knew a lot about it. So it captured a lot of that stuff. Like I never thought that, you know, somebody walking into a room that was just slightly off and slightly uncanny would make me so afraid, but it genuinely did. It was just so, yeah, I really liked it.
Literally in the car home, I was looking at the Wikipedia and stuff, and I said, it's based on like an internet thing. It's based on a creepypasta, and everyone else was like, yeah, we know, and it made me feel so out of touch. It's like, okay, yeah, no, cool. So Slender Man's still a thing.
Yeah. Ben's Majora's Mask. Ben's dead.
That's Jared's favourite. You should talk to him about Ben's dead. Ben's drowned or whatever. You should talk to Jared about that because that's his favourite creepy.
Or something.
Look,
Ted the Caver.
I am a spooky bitch. I have been a spooky bitch my entire life. We know that I am a spooky bitch. Creepypastas missed me completely. I have no...
I used to read them a lot. There was a creepypasta wiki, and they had all of the creepypastas on there, and I used to read them all the time, and I would scare the shit out of myself because I was still young enough to not quite know what was real and what wasn't. And there was this one called the grocery list, or like the shopping list or something like that. And this guy gets a call from his mum to go out and buy groceries, and he buys something, and I remember he buys a bottle of milk, and the girl at the checkout says to him, like, we're in no danger of a milk shortage, and he's like, that's weird, which is now a line I say all the time. If I see somebody buying lots of something, I'll be like, we're in no danger of a thing shortage. Then he goes to his mum's house, his mum's dead.
Oh no.
And then calls the police. And when he walks into his mum's house, he sees all these like rotting groceries on the bench and like off milk. And then he calls like the ambulance and stuff like that to say it's dead. And then before he does that, he gets another phone call, and it's his mum being like, I need you to go to the supermarket and get me some groceries. And then he's like, okay. And then he leaves to go do it again. So it's like this.
So he keeps doing it, so she thinks he keeps going, the grocery store person thinks he keeps going back.
And I used to think that was one of the craziest things I'd ever read, because I was like fucking 9. But I loved creepypastas. Yeah. And there are so many creepypastas that I cannot wait to become movies, because like one of the greatest movies of recent times, I saw the TV Glow. Yeah. That was loosely based off a creepypasta. There was an aspect of that was a creepypasta, not like the full expanded story of TV Glow, but like part of that was, which I think is cool.
I just want to say my favourite review, which echoes a sentiment I thought while watching it. This was on Letterboxd. This is the second highest review. And it says, white boys are wearing crop tops in horror movies again. Literally. And what I was thinking, I was like, oh my god, it's a boy in a crop top in a horror movie.
There's a bit where he's wearing like these cut-off jean shorts and this t-shirt that says end apartheid. Yeah. And then my sister leans over to me and goes, he's dressed like you. And I was like, yeah. Very good. And I stand by it.
Very good.
Anyhow, that's me. What about you, mate? What have you been watching?
Well, the main thing I want to talk about, Jared was away for a significant portion of the last bit, so I had a lot of time to myself because he was away for like a week. So luckily, in that time, Lego Batman: Legacy of the Dark Knight came out on PlayStation 5. I've still not finished Fallout 4, but I paused it so I could play Lego Batman. Absolutely. So obviously Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight combines two of my favourite things, Lego and Batman. And I love a Lego.
That's what Lego.
I love Lego video games.
I think we've got Lego Avengers.
Sorry? Oh yeah, Lego Avengers was alright. But what this does is this combines a lot of that. So it takes all of the films, a lot of the like Batman Arkham video games, and a lot of the comics, and it puts them all into a blender, mashes it up. So you're like going from, you're like chasing Penguin in a car that is inspired by The Batman with Robert Pattinson, and that crashes, and then he goes into the zoo, and suddenly it's Penguin and Batman Returns, and then Catwoman's there, and like it's all of the iconic outfits,
good.
and it's just they keep changing, and they've tried to put it in this big plot.
Batman
It's huge,
multiverse,
and it's
let's go.
so delightful. It is getting rave
really fun.
reviews, and I'm so thrilled. Yeah, and you can go from, you can be in the Batman Tumblr, and then you can go into the 89 Batmobile, and then you can go into the Batman Forever Batmobile.
The one where it can go crab car mode.
Yeah.
That one, I loved playing that specific video game because there was like this one where you had to park the Batmobile specifically in a spot, and then I was trying to think if it was normal car controls, and then when I worked out that the car can go crab mode and you can just drive it sideways, I was like, oh, we're so on.
We're on.
I loved that Batmobile. Oh, my favorite Batmobile is the one from The Batman, because that's my favorite Batman. No, the one from like the most recent The Batman movie, how it kind of looks like, when you see it come through the flames.
Yeah.
I thought it was more. No, I thought it was more like an off-roader type thing.
I just don't know cars.
Let's have a look. Let's see.
The Batmobile.
It's a muscle car. Oh.
Yeah, it's like a little sports car.
I thought it was more like an off-road. Yeah,
yes.
You just made it.
I know because I literally just built it.
I'm never going to argue
with
you
came
about
over, I bought the Lego
set. It was kind of like a Mustang.
So yeah, I've been playing that. It's a great time. I love it.
Fun.
And it's getting rave reviews, which makes me so happy. Books. So I've read a couple of. I've had a bit of a good time. I've been having some great reads. So coming back to my old mate Stephen Graham Jones, I've spoken about him a lot on this. He writes a lot of Native American horror. He is really. His stuff is weird, and I have to be in a really specific mood to read it because his writing style is so conversational, and it's I find him quite challenging, but so rewarding. So I've had one on my shelf for ages that I've been meaning to read called I Was a Teenage Slasher. It's a lot more dense than it sounds. It's a silly title, but it works. I loved that book so much. It might be my favorite Stephen Graham Jones book.
Oh, wow.
But I think I have said that after every Stephen Graham Jones book. Really fun. I don't want to say what the plot is because it's just everyone. If you just go read it, if anything about that sounds like it might appeal, go read it. It's so fun. And then I read a book called Lamplighter by Kerry Donovan Brown, who I know Kerry personally, and they wrote this book back in 2014, and I saw it in the shops, and I was like, I can't afford this. So I just put it off, and then the other day I was like, I have always meant to read that. It has always been on my list, so I bought it, and I read it, and it's lovely.
Good.
It's Kiwi book, queer, set in like a town called Paul Beagle in the South Island, and it's kind of like magical realism. So basically it's a small town on the edge of a swamp, and they have a lamplighter who goes around lighting the lamps, and we focus on Candle, who is the apprentice to the lamplighter, and the lamplighter is his grandfather. It's a really short book.
Nice.
It's like 150 pages or something, and it just flies by. It's so beautiful. I don't know what I don't really I feel like it's quite deep, and I feel like it's probably quite deep for me, so a lot of it went over my head, but
it still
didn't matter because I enjoyed the beautiful. I don't want to talk about that book. It was fine. There's another one that was all fine. I'm currently reading a book, and I'm about 100 pages away from finishing it. And I'm not finished it, but oh my God, I love it. So horror is having a moment, right? We've seen with Weapons, with Sinners, with The Substance, horror films getting big awards, right? So I'm currently reading Angel Down by Daniel Kraus, which is the second book ever to be nominated to win the Pulitzer Prize for fiction. And the first one was The Road by Cormac McCarthy, which a lot of people argue is it a horror book. Angel Down, firmly a horror book. And the fact that it won the Pulitzer Prize for fiction is insane. So it's basically set in World War One. A bunch of guys find an angel in the battlefield. That's all I'm going to say about it. And it is one long continuous sentence. The entire book. It's one sentence. Yeah, your face is fun. Yeah, but it's so cool. It's clipping along. I'm really
just one big run.
No full stops.
I love that.
Just one big run on.
It's really interesting.
It's
really I love
good.
it when like a book has something slightly different about it.
Yeah. But Daniel Kraus, I have read 2 books before that he has written. One of them was The Living Dead, which he was written with George Romero, who is obviously the father of the modern zombie film, right? He invented the modern zombie, and it's a zombie book. And I think Daniel Kraus took over when George Romero died, and it was unfinished. And I really liked that book because I like George Romero, I like zombies, that was fun. And then he wrote a book called Whalefall, which everyone raved about and I read, and it was hard. I did not like it. It's about a guy that gets swallowed by a whale. It sounded really interesting. I was so disappointed in that. I am firmly in the minority with that one. Everyone loved that, apart from me, it seems like. So this one I was like, okay, I'll give it a go because it sounds interesting. I'm sort of not sure if this author works for me, but I'm so swept up in it. It's phenomenal. Fun. It's really, really good. Films. Okay, so like I said, Jared was away, so I had time on my hands, so I had a date with my good friend Stacey. Cute. So her and I watched. She came around and we watched Jeepers Creepers from 2001, which is it's a fun horror film directed by a terrible person. It's fun, it's a classic. And then we watched Mortal Kombat 2021 because a few weeks ago we watched the 90s Mortal Kombat films. So it was Mortal Kombat 1 and I had a fun time. Good. And then the next day we went to see Mortal Kombat 2 in the cinemas and I had a great time. Good. I loved Mortal Kombat 2. Nice. It was so dumb and gory and big and loud and entertaining, and like there is a fight. I don't want to say who the fight is between, but it was so thrilling. And a lot of fight scenes tend to wash over me, but
engrossing.
This one I was just so engrossed in it. It was so cool. It's not a fantastic movie by any stretch of the imagination, but I had so much fun with it. It's silly. It's great. And Shao Kahn. There's a character called Shao Kahn, and you're not supposed to find him sexy. You're not supposed to find him sexy, but he's just so large. He's just such a big man. He's just such a big dude, and I'm trying to find a picture of him from the movie, because he's just so large. He's just
Jesus Christ.
He's just such a big man.
No, I get it.
And I kept saying this to Stacey. I kept leaning over and being like, he's so big. She was like, I know, Mike. And I'm like, no, but he's so imposing. Like just. And then at one point he takes his helmet off. And I'm like, no, helmet on. Take it for me.
Helmet says on.
I felt unhinged though. I was like, something is happening to me. And I am having a hot flash. And because Jared was away, I was like, I'm going to use this to time to watch like a franchise that I don't really know, and I want to watch a few entries from it. So I watched Puppet Master 1, 2, 3. Puppet Master is a horror film from the 80s. It's a franchise.
Right.
There's like 14 of them. I'd seen the first one before and I was like, oh yeah. But I hadn't watched any further. So yeah, I watched the first 3. They're all fine. I mean, you know, the third one was the best that I've seen, and apparently it's the best first.
Right.
And I got a 3.5 from. It's a whole bunch of puppets that kill people, whatever. And the puppets are so cool. The puppets are just phenomenally designed. They're incredible.
Nice.
They're such like strong characters, and yet they don't use them enough. There's so much. They're like, oh yes, the psychic research. We're a troupe of magicians. Like it's just nonsense. I'm like, okay, but where's the puppet? Like, there's one puppet that's called Leech Woman, and she is like all sexy, and then she spits leeches on people that kill them. And then there's Blade, who's like this little guy in a trench coat.
What was that movie you watched? The one with the wigs.
Psychedelic Wig Party.
Psychedelic Wig Party.
That was Psychedelic Wig Party.
Psychedelic Wig Party.
About that all the time. There's actually in Batman, there's a whole bunch of billboards and stuff. One of them is just a billboard for Wig Party. And every time I see it, I'm like,
it just reminded me of that.
Yeah.
Time. So I just googled it. The puppets do look very
I had a good. Cool. The puppets are cool. There's one guy called Pinhead who I love him. I want to have him as my friend. He's just really, he's just really strong. After Shao Kahn gives it a very different meaning, but he's just so cool. He's got this tiny little head, and he's just, I love him. I love the puppets. I wish the puppets were in a better film.
You would give them the life they deserve.
I would help them lead their best lives. And that's me. I love you, puppets. And I love you, Shao Kahn. Just such a large man.
Mike, do you want to tell us what a silver fox is?
Oh, yes. Yes. A silver puppet. This is going to be a bit terrible. Could
a puppet be a fox? Yeah.
A puppet could be a fox. Who would be?
Oh, yeah.
Kermit the Frog.
Actually, yeah. The Swedish.
Oh, who is the sexiest Muppet? This is the... we are excluding Miss Piggy, because the
Janice
answer is
up there.
We're excluding Miss Piggy.
Janice is really teen.
Sure, yeah.
Let me think. Sexiest Muppet. Well, see, the thing is, like, you wouldn't think Kermit by looking at him, but his personality, like his total dedication towards Miss Piggy, no matter what she throws at him.
No. Kermit seems like the sort of guy, and I know he doesn't wear clothes, but he seems like the sort of guy that's like very short with an enormous penis. You know what I mean? But like doesn't have to compensate for it. Do you know what I mean? Like he's just
big dick energy. He doesn't even care
big
about
frog
it.
energy.
Like whatever. Who is the sexiest Muppet? Everyone, let us know. Who do you think the sexiest Muppet is?
I don't know who I would say. It might be Sam the Eagle. He'd be so stern.
He would tell you.
He'd tell me off.
What did you say last?
He would tell me off.
I remember that.
Oh no, but imagine if you're fucking a Muppet and Statler and Waldorf, the two old men, were there heckling. You call that
back
off,
in my day. Yeah.
Anyway, so a silver fox, thank you for asking, is not generally a frog.
No.
So a silver fox is a person over the age of 45. They have to have silver hair or grey hair energy, or they could be dyeing their hair, they could be bald, anything really. We're a bit loosey-goosey with that one. They have to be fuckable. They have to primarily do film. And we do not care about gender. We don't care how you identify as long as we can objectify, as the other motto of this show goes.
So, Mike,
Yeah.
with all of that being said, who have you picked?
I'm already blushing. Not a large man.
No.
I picked
Alan Cumming.
Scottish legend Alan Cumming, who has been on my list since
Now,
day
I have
dot.
to make an admission. When you first
You don't
announced it,
find
I
him
was like,
sexy?
okay. I was like, okay. I think the more I did research, I was like, I think he might be a Kevin for me. He
No.
might be an Alan Kevin Cumming. But I think his sheer charisma, I was like, I can
Yeah.
still do this task. Like, I can still easily fulfill the, well, easily. I had to get a bit philosophical about my thinking,
Okay.
but I could still fulfill the task.
Okay.
Because the charisma in which he approaches with his roles, I was like,
Okay. Yeah.
I get it.
Okay.
But upon like looking at him, I was like, I don't think he's for me.
He's
like,
oh, that's upsetting because he's high.
Valid. Eye on your list.
He's a high one.
So, did you enjoy this
Oh,
task?
I had a great time, but you know what? I did not do any research because I knew
Burlesque
exactly
and
what my
burlesque.
2 films were.
Your 2 favorite
Burlesque and
films.
No, I knew exactly what I was doing going into this, and I was watching them, and I'm like, maybe I should do some research. And I looked it up, and I'm like, okay, no, I'm right. I've already locked in. I'm not changing.
And also,
but
I feel
it's
like
good
we're
to know
back in
that
the
I'm
olden
right.
days of you having 2 films.
I know.
Because you've been doing a 1 film, 1
I know.
film recently, and I'm
I
glad
know.
to see you back with 2 films.
Okay. So I've got a main one, and I've got like a secondary one. I'm going to start with my secondary one.
Mhm.
Okay, so you kind of unlocked something for me with the Gillian Anderson episode where
Okay.
you did Streetcar Named Desire as one of your picks, the
Mhm.
filmed version. So I picked the pro shot of Cabaret 1993 where he
Right.
plays the MC. Now, until Alan Cumming, pre-Cumming.
Pre-Cumming.
That was not intentional. There had to be at least one Cumming.
Oh, yeah.
So before Alan Cumming was cast in the role of MC, so it was originally played by Joel Grey, who also plays it in the film. Joel Grey plays the MC like a little scamp. He's kind of like naughty, mischievous, but not sexy. He's quite like, he makes sexy jokes, but like it feels quite asexual and more cheeky rather than anything. Alan Cumming came along and was like, this is going to be the sexiest thing that has ever been on stage. It is all sex forward, and the MC has pretty much been that way ever since. He defined that role. He is my favorite to play that role.
Oh,
He with his little like suspenders, and oh my god, and he's doing like
diamond
hip thrusts.
patterns, kind of like another thing that you might put on a person.
Sure,
Yep.
yeah. It's kind of harness energy. But he is just so it's the amount of he is sexing around stage.
That's a good shout.
The energy that he brings to it, and he won the Tony for when it came to Broadway, when it transferred to Broadway, and rightfully so. God, the amount of sex he puts in. There is this one scene where he sings Two Ladies, which is basically about a threesome. So it's, he's like, I've got 2 wives, is basically the song. And just they are putting themselves into all sorts of positions. They are rubbing each other all over. It is so funny and it is so sexy at the same time. And he has this throughout. And then there are moments when you just realize how serious shit is, and it just is a stomach drop. And I love this musical.
Yep.
I think the 1993, so this is the 93 West End version. After that, it transferred to Broadway in 98. And it changed things between. The 98 version of Cabaret is my favorite. So this doesn't, it doesn't quite get it for me, and also the 98 one is Alan Cumming and Natasha Richardson, so, you know. Yeah. But
such a good shout.
He's and it's that thing of, as well as the fact that he is putting so much sexual energy into this character, it is also just a phenomenal performance. He is such a good actor. He is doing such a good job.
Exactly.
He defined the
I
role.
love the singer, the country and western singer Orville Peck.
Yes.
And he recently performed as the MC, which was kind of like, I hadn't really been a cabaret listener or anything before, so that kind of like got me into understanding a little bit about it. But to know that like what he brought to it was made possible by the fact that Alan Cumming had set the tone. Yeah. So good.
And it's just inspired. And I think that that's like one of the things that gave him his big break.
Oh my God, very good choice.
Yeah. And that was the one I was like, this is like, I have to. Yeah. My next film is for me. It is my main pick. And I, of course, picked Nightcrawler in X-Men 2.
That was my first ever introduction to Alan Cumming. My sister was obsessed with him.
Yeah.
When he was blue.
Yeah.
Blue and furry.
Yeah. I can't. I watched this last night, and I was like, Jared, how am I going to explain myself? Am I blushing? Are my cheeks red?
How did it feel the first time you saw that man?
Stiff. So Nightcrawler the character. I love Nightcrawler the character. He is my second favorite X-Men character. I liked Storm. I liked Storm before the movies. Yeah, the casting of Halle Berry
I can't even imagine what it must have felt like to be you.
The best thing. So, I like Nightcrawler the character, as I already find really sexy, and he has a thing online. He has a following. He has a following. It's not just me. And Alan Cumming cast as that role, and I can't explain.
No,
it's the accent.
You don't have to.
It's the beautiful, like, scarring tattoo kind of things he's going on. His skin is kind of glittery.
I remember him so strongly from my childhood because of how much my sister was obsessed with him.
Does Michaela also think he's attractive?
Or she was like, he was her favorite actor for a while. Like, he had a presence in our household.
Good. He has a presence in many of my dreams. But I was looking through box comments, and there was one on the 23rd of July 2024 from Ram. Is the username.
Shout out
Ram, and then the heart with the like less than 3 is the guy's name, and he just says Nightcrawler is kind of hot.
Not just you. No, I feel like people would agree with you.
Nightcrawler is a specific thing, and let me tell you, there is a lot of adult special interest artwork on the internet of Nightcrawler. I have appreciated art in many forms throughout the years.
It helped kind of broaden the entry into the world of like monster fucking for a lot of people, because I feel like previously, like, it was kind of like yes, there were people that were monster fuckers, but it wasn't as mainstream. And then X-Men happened, and then it was like, no, it's okay, we're casting sexy people to play superheroes or like witches. It's okay if you want to fuck the blue guy with the tail.
Okay, if you want to fuck the blue guy with the tail. This is what I'm always saying.
You can fuck that blue guy with the tail.
blue guy with the tie.
Blue guy.
It's okay to paint your boyfriend blue. It's fine. It's no. There's something about him, and I can't explain it. Please, if you agree with this, please reach out.
No.
And I think Alan Cumming also plays the role with such grace and such tenderness, and like really makes him so sweet and charming and endearing.
Quite soft-spoken?
Yeah,
I remember that. He was like quite kind. He was kind to the other X-Men.
Yes. And there is a moment where he touches Halle Berry's cheek when he's like, "You're beautiful."
You appear between them, and you're
both of you.
Somewhere else.
I mean, we
got. Is that your dream throuple? You, Storm, and Nightcrawler. And you don't have any powers. You're just there. You're just the guy.
I'm just the guy. Their powers could make things interesting, right? Like Storm can make things a little bit cold and icy, which is kind of nice.
That's right. Can he crawl up walls or something? Or am I making that up?
So.
His name is teleportation.
But teleporting. Surely that could
be a voyeur.
Just teleported places.
He's kind of like Randall Bob.
He wouldn't need to be a voyeur. He would be engaged. He would be
John Goodman opens the door and he's like,
participant. Oh, we're back to the fan.
Very good choices. And very liked choices. This is such a
I feel like I feel like one of those choices is a little bit more societally acceptable. But really, when you look at it, you're like, right, do you want the Holocaust musical or do you want the Blue Monster Dudes?
Time sensitive.
Yep.
You've got 30 seconds. Do you know you have 30 seconds?
You've got 30 seconds.
So good. I love those pics just for simply how red it made you. And you're literally like hiding your face.
Red and blue, a good color combination. Together we make purple.
That man.
I would make purple with that. Elsie, keeping in mind that you maybe struggled with the challenge a little bit.
Looking, right? I was like, let's do what I do best. Is like when I've got a fox and I'm not quite sure, I'll go through the Wikipedia, I'll go through the filmography, and then I'll Google like movie name, Alan Cumming, movie name, Alan Cumming. And a few of them I was like, yeah. And then
did you ever contemplate?
I couldn't bring myself to do it. Because I also spent ages like as a wee sprog telling my sister like, oh, he's so ugly, he's blue and he's got a tail. So
I see you, Michaela.
I would be going back on my word. And I googled one and I was like,
I see you, Michaela.
Yep.
Okay.
And I have picked the 1995 James Bond film GoldenEye.
Perfect.
Where Alan Cumming plays Boris Grishenko.
Yeah.
So when I saw him, I was like, what are we doing here? What's going on? I could see his pointy little face, which is complimentary.
Yeah.
These funky little glasses and his crazy hair.
Floppy hair. It is kind of like Hugh Grant. It's been a while since I've seen it, but it's kind of like Hugh Grant floppy, right?
He's Russian, for starters. Sexy. Russian accent. Shout out Heated Rivalry for reintroducing me to the Russian accent. If you watch Marvel films, you know that a lot of like the bad guys have Russian accents, and often it's just sexy.
Yeah.
And there's like right at the start, like there's this woman, she's like trying to log into her computer in some fucking Russian space station, and he's like set a password, and he's like such a sleaze, like a slime ball. The password's knockers, and he's like, it's in front of you and it'll open doors for you. And she's like, knockers. And she's like, you're such a little geek. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, honestly. it kind of like gave like that coworker that would like get on your nerve and you would be like, you constantly tell him how much you hate him, but actually like if he ever stopped giving you attention, you'd be like, come on, worth it. So he was this kind of like weedy little sly little guy, and I was like, I'm all over it. I'm all over it.
Yeah.
It was kind of like Steve Buscemi and Fargo for me, where I was like, you're a little slime ball, but I'm actually kind of obsessed with you.
Yep.
So and then so that was like, I do love James Bond. This is almost second James Bond film I've done for the pod. The first one was the Benicio del Toro episode, if you want to go listen to that.
Yeah.
I don't believe I had ever seen a Pierce Brosnan James Bond film.
Oh wow.
I forgot how sexy. Oh my god.
Pierce Brosnan.
God.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh
my is on our list.
Him is like, him in general, sexy.
Yeah.
Him as James Bond, I was like, oh, this is insane. Like literally insane. Like my eyes were watering.
Chiseled.
I was like, he's just so gorgeous.
Yes,
and it's like the accent. There's also a bit where he gets called Her Majesty's Most Loyal Terrier.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're so crazy. It was
Elsie did a finger bite there, by the way. Which
is
what I was doing throughout all of Mortal Kombat. So
he's large.
Such a big man.
Have you seen the Popeye movie with the live action one?
With Shelley Duvall and Robin Williams.
Done by one of the most incredible singers, musicians of all time, God rest his soul, Harry Nilsson. And there's a song written, and Oliver was about to go on a date with Bluto, and the song is called He's Large.
Yeah.
And she's literally getting ready for her date. These women are helping her, and she keeps just singing, he's large. And she refers to him at one point as, he's not a mandolin. Oh no, he's an accordion. He's large. So I need you to listen to that and look at more pictures of Shah Khan, because you'll be like, yeah, he's large.
Shah Khan.
But yeah, GoldenEye. I was looking at Alan Cumming and I was like, yeah. Okay, you're doing it for me.
It's also that's a sexy film because it's also got Sean Bean.
Sean Bean and Pierce Brosnan
who is also
together.
quite sexy in that.
When they first are together, I was sitting. I heard Paris is lovely this time. And they're like,
kiss.
Kiss and let me watch.
Yep.
I would like to stand beneath you, as you kiss. Yeah, insane. Judi Dench.
Oh, Judi Dench, beautiful.
This is woke Bond, all right? This is woke James Bond. Because, well, actually, there was a bit that was could have been woke, but it was very much unwoke. So Miss Moneypenny asks James Bond if his behavior towards her counts as sexual harassment. And he was like, if it is, what's my punishment? And I was like, dude. And then she was like, have to make good on all your
probably jail time.
And I was like, okay. First of all, but then he was talking to the guy, and the guy was trying to explain the mission, what's happening, and the guy said he, she, or they, and I was like, hey, progressive in the 90s. I heard it. So yeah, Pierce Brosnan's name James Bond is the woke as James Bond.
Good. We're all happy about it. As woke as James Bond can be.
Unwoke.
Political
Pierce
correct
Brosnan is the sexiest
viewpoint.
To me, he's the sexiest Bond.
I think I would agree with that.
Yeah.
In terms of if we're looking at purely physical. Yeah, I would. Sean Connery doesn't do it for me. Roger Moore doesn't do it for me. Timothy Dalton. I think he's very handsome. I think he is very handsome. I'm not
Daniel Craig, very sexy, but I think
Daniel Craig.
I also saw somebody did an image of the actor Callum Turner, who I know is Dua Lipa's fiance.
Sure.
Callum Turner is James Bond, and I was like, if he was. I actually think looking at Callum Turner, I was like, I would like it to be Callum Turner or Idris Elba.
It's got to be Idris. I mean, he's probably a bit too old for it.
Because a lot of people have been throwing around and I think I talked about it in the Gillian Anderson episode. Jacob Elordi or Harris Dixon, and I was like, those men are 6'5".
Yeah.
You cannot have James Bond peering over the top of the crowd. He needs to blend in.
would love it. I would love a black James Bond.
Yeah.
There's
I
also been
remember
discussion
when the
about a
latest James
female
Bond movie
James
came out, and
Bond.
it was announced that Lashana Lynch was in it playing, and it was like, she's the new James Bond, and everyone was like, a black female James Bond, what the hell? But then it's like, well, she's just part of the service, right? 100%, I would love the female James Bond.
I would like to see how it worked. Like, I'm not against it in principle. I think it's interesting. I feel like it's not quite the character, but that doesn't mean I'm against it. I would like to see.
Be a lesbian. I would like there to still be lots of moments,
lots of womanizing,
sexy.
Although then lesbians.
That's the only thing. Is like if you keep doing it the way he currently does it, and it comes across as. But unless it was like if the Bond girls were like super into it, I'd be tearing my fucking clothes off. I would be like running wild, like Pierce Brosnan. I was sitting there. There was like, oh my god, the bit where he's like racing cars with this woman, like he's in his Aston Martin, she's in this Ferrari. They're like zooming down a mountain and keep nearly hitting cyclists and stuff, whatever. He's got a woman in the car with him, and she's like doing his like evaluation or something like that, and then she's like freaking out, and then she's like, James Bond, stop this car. So he like stops it. She's like, oh, I want to get out of the car. And then he like puts his arm around the back of his seat, pops open the center console, there's a fucking bottle of champagne in there, of course. He's like got his arm around her, and he's like leaning into her, and she's just like melted, and I was like, I feel insane. Like, I couldn't get over it. But anyway, we're not here to Alan Cumming. He is
Alan Cumming.
Like, he shouldn't have been.
I appreciate you trying.
This role, but I found it fun, and I found it like. He was. I keep doing motions, and you can't see them. I'm biting my finger right now. Yeah. That's how he made me feel when I saw him, and I like the fact that he was like this like nerdy little
dweeb.
Dweeb. I kind of want to push him in a locker.
Yes. And I think he like between that and Nightcrawler and MC, like
he's
there's
got
a lot
tons
of range.
Yeah, and like
he's
I
got
know,
a lot.
Like obviously we'll get into honorable mentions and stuff like that. I know you don't like burlesque, but he's sexy.
Oh, he is very sexy in burlesque. I think that is one of the great crimes of burlesque is that they have Alan Cumming and don't do anything interesting with him. He's in like 2 scenes. But he is very sexy in it.
He's sexy in there.
And that's one of the reasons that movie is one of the worst things. Oh, yeah.
Another great disappointment of that movie.
Yeah.
They didn't work with the real estate they had.
Honestly.
So, Mike, honourable mentions.
Yes.
His entire filmography.
Film he has every single ever done, with the exception of Spice World. He's not sexy in Spice World specifically. However, ones I did write down. I did write Burlesque. Burlesque is my number 1 on there. And GoldenEye is also on there. And God, I can't believe I'm having to talk about this film again. But Boogie Woogie.
Boogie Woogie.
He's quite sexy in Boogie Woogie. Getting syphilis or something. And Annie. And the production of Annie, where he's Rooster.
And Annie on there as well.
Yeah.
I figured I couldn't choose Annie because if anyone remembers the Tim Curry episode, I did Tim Curry as Rooster Flanagan and Annie, and I was like, how many Rooster Flanagan? Really like Rooster Flanagan. Maybe you'll get. I also had
you just say Rooster. Yeah.
Which, when you look at the picture, I haven't watched it. When you look at the pictures of him, you'd be like, what are you talking about? But actually, I was kind of like, again, I was like, you're fun. Yeah. I don't have to explain it.
Yeah. No, honestly, anything. Also, shout out to him as the host of Traders.
He's a great host of Traders. He doesn't bring a fucking like velvet cape. Oh. And he's like, here I am. And I was like, what's the budget on this show?
It's all spent on Alan Cumming. As it should be.
Something on a man and a kid.
The legs.
He even I can acknowledge he might not do it for me. I'll acknowledge.
It's not. Yeah, it's not. not quite
I
to the
definitely
same
don't
extent
like
as the
hate him as much as I
Kevins,
hate
right?
Kevin. Now I'm getting
Wow.
upset.
Wow.
No, I definitely, he might not do it for me, but I can still acknowledge when somebody is like a sexy man. I just don't. I
Whereas
just
with
don't
Kevin
feel
Bacon,
it.
you're
And
kind of
also,
like, I just don't. Costner.
I care too much about Kyra Sedgwick. I
That's
never
me with
cared
Kevin.
to her. So it is now time for the part of the episode where if we know a fact about this fox, we can say it off the top of the dome. Otherwise, we go to IMDb and we find the most dog shit facts you've ever heard. Mike, as resident Alan Cumming guy, as resident Cumhead.
Resident Cumming!
Resident Cum Gutter. Is resident Cumming fan of Cumming?
As a resident.
I was about to say a word that I'll never, I should never ever say.
Right.
I won't say it.
Okay.
Pretty good. Do you have any off the top of your head? Not that one, the other one.
Good. Down the other one. Oh, not that one.
This is really bad. This is really, really bad.
All of that.
Do you think
That's
he'd
not
have
cool.
to get the nail scissors out?
I need to leave.
Yeah, I can't believe I just said that. He loves a funny little glasses.
Okay, so my fact for him is he is obviously a bisexual king.
Love.
He's just very recently, I think, celebrated his 19th anniversary with his husband, his 19th wedding anniversary. It's looks good for his age. I know, like, he did not come back for the third X-Men film because there are a few conflicting things, but I think it's because he hated.
Which is so.
What I've read is he hated the
Like Jim
makeup.
Carrey had to go through CIA
So
training
much.
to get put in the fucking Grinch costume. Apparently, yeah, they had to put him through like torture stuff so he could sit through like getting the Grinch stuff put on and wearing the Grinch stuff.
So yeah, that's why he didn't come back for the third one, but he is coming back for Avengers Doomsday as Nightcrawler, and he said it was a healing experience. Scott, you gotta do it for the money.
Do it.
And the other thing is that he is fluent in German, which
So I've just read here he has his own cologne called Cumming. We should have sourced a bottle of Cumming and did a little spritz. Because
oh my god,
something I've always wanted to buy for you
spritz of Cumming
is at Chemist Warehouse. They have these like novelty colognes. They've got one from the It movie.
Sure.
They've got one from Friday the 13th, and they might have a Scream. Always wanted to buy them and do like a smell test of like, what do you think Pennywise smells like? And it's like, oh, it's drain water.
Oh, see, I thought like
that's a good one.
Pennies. So I thought like metal.
Yeah.
I also know that sorry, going back to the Fox facts.
Yes.
Neil Patrick Harris auditioned for Nightcrawler. He was seriously considered for Nightcrawler, and that would change the course of my life regarding Blue Men from thereafter.
Yeah, that man sucks, and I haven't forgiven him for the Amy Winehouse charcuterie board.
Yeah.
So fuck that guy. Yeah, he won Broadway's 1998 Tony Award as Best Actor for Revival of Cabaret.
And he fucking earned it. Mentioned on the Rosie O'Donnell show that Reese's Peanut Butter Cups was one of his favourite things about the United States, after which he was so bombarded by the candy being sent to him from fans that he had to stop eating them for a while. I would throw a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup at him and my
apparently, he earned his role in Eyes Wide Shut after sending an audition to director Stanley Kubrick. His American accent was so fluent that Kubrick, who himself was American, had no idea Cumming was Scottish until he met him on set.
Oh.
There he goes.
He was offered the role of Lockhart in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, but when he learned from his agent how much more money Rupert Grint was being paid, because they shared an agent, he refused to sign on as he would not agree to be paid less than a
He
12-year-old
was like, that
amateur.
red-headed boy cannot be paid more than I. Also, he just knew something. He knew
Yeah.
something was off.
Yeah. Prominent celebrity supporter
He
of
was
Scottish
originally
independence.
cast as the Green Goblin or Norman Osborn in the disastrous musical Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, but left due to delays.
Yeah. In 2014 published his memoir Not My Father's Son, which documents the physical and emotional abuse inflicted upon him by his father and their years of estrangement. That is also a really good book. I read it when it came out. Really, really good book.
He owns Cumming's Club in New York.
Yeah.
He was nominated for GQ Magazine Man of the Year Award in 2001.
Of Clan Cumming.
What was his Spy Kids character for?
Floop?
Floop? Something Floop? I believe it. Mr. Floop. I remember him from Spy Kids. So, doesn't he have that song? Why?
He does have a song,
Something like that. Ooh, what, well, when? It's like you're there, isn't it? So IMDb is maybe lacking a little. You need to get in there, Mike.
My number one fact, I love him. Two facts,
he is sexy. Haley. Anyway, sorry, I'm being kicked out, guys. We'll see you next time.
You're disrespected, Alan.
Yeah. So it's probably the time to move on to our Punnett Square, where we ask the question, does this fox fuck? So along the x-axis we've got fucks doesn't fuck, and along the y-axis we've got knows what sex is, doesn't know what sex is. So for both the MC and for Nightcrawler. Oh yeah.
MC fucks. Knows what it is. Fucks ravenously.
Oh yeah.
But makes you laugh while doing it. You know.
Think about yourself.
Real head scratcher.
Real introspection.
You know.
People dancing.
He's gazing upstairs for thinking, downstairs for Oh. Don't do that. Nightcrawler, I think, does not know what it is and is not fucking. But I could show him a thing or two. I would be happy. I would be happy to introduce him to the wonderful world of sexual intercourse. I would be honoured. He could go from a nightcrawler to a nightcrawler. You know, that's. What about Boris? And
Boris of GoldenEye fame. Knows what it is not fucking. He wants to be, but he is not.
No.
Because he is.
It's not through no choice of his own.
All the wrong marks. Yeah.
Well, is he a 90s
kind of
incel,
like, if he had known what an incel was at the time, he would have been dangerous.
Sure.
But yeah, because funnily enough, like editing pictures of your coworkers to have massive tits and a leopard print like bikini on their computers is not the way to a woman's heart.
Oh.
But you can't tell him that.
My computer.
Like that photo you keep sending me via email, it is reaching me. I'm just deleting it.
Oh, I noticed you are wearing leopard print pants.
So yeah, he wishes, but he's not getting it.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe if I was there in Russia, locked away in a space research station, and he was like,
Brosnan wasn't.
Yeah, and Pierce Brosnan hadn't arrived yet. And I was like, okay, fine. There's a great scene in that movie where Pierce Brosnan finds a Russian woman in a sauna, and it's insane.
Yeah.
He's like top off. It's insane. Anyway.
We are now up to I mean, normally it's the most exciting part, but I'm excited about
You'll
talking
never
about
get through the next foxes.
Nightcrawler. We are now up to everyone's favourite part of the podcast where we find out who our next fox is. Obviously, it is Elsie's turn. I am very thrilled. Who have you picked? Have you got one of mine?
LC pick,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So like some of my LC picks in the past were like Clancy Brown, arguably John Goodman, like Rob Williams. There's ones where it's like this isn't such an LC pick for me. But this one is like a proper one. Like every time I watch a movie with this man in it, I'm like, he makes me feel crazy. And I don't know if he will be everybody's cup of tea. I think people will be like, yeah, like that's an attractive man, but I don't know if anyone's quite as insane about him as I am.
Okay.
Maybe they are. Who knows? Maybe I need to find more people. He's also in my favorite movie of all time. I have picked, finally, because he was at the top of my list, Jason Bateman.
Yeah, I know who it is. There we go.
I
knew it was going to be Jason Bateman. I don't know a lot of his filmography, so I'll need to do some research. I don't have a gut instinct like I often do.
He's good looking. I'm excited to find out what I think is the sexiest movie.
Yeah.
Because he's obviously like, there's my favorite movie. There's Juno 2007.
Yeah.
But I don't know what else is out there.
Ooh,
that man makes me insane.
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, he does.
I have a video of Jason Bateman on TikTok, and it's like, when it's the night before my wedding, but I'm calling Jason Bateman any age, any role, to see if he's, you know, if he's changed his mind. So yeah, I can't wait. I hope it's.
I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you.
Okay, right. Sorry, I was thinking about Jason Bateman.
Okay. Okay. Elsie, what is your letterboxd? What are you rating?
My letterbox
GoldenEye
is Dixie Norma 69, DIXIENORMOUS 69, 1 through 68 were all taken, and I forgot how to spell.
Did you lose your way through there?
Yeah, I forgot.
Have you ever done that thing where this happens to me sometimes if I'm walking upstairs and sometimes I'll just forget how stairs work? I just stop.
Also for me, when we're doing a fire drill at work, and by the time I've got to like the second to last set of stairs, I completely forget how to walk and my legs are like jelly.
Yeah.
No, when I got to R, I was like, what comes next?
Yeah.
So I'm giving GoldenEye. See. It was 6. The better ones, and I also
it's also one of the better Bonds.
Like you would think James Bond films are serious. They're not unserious. And also I love all the 90s technology where it's just like, come on. And Desmond Llewellyn, he's so cute.
Yeah, he's so
3.5.
Solid.
I think it's a solid 3.5 for me. Could be a 4, but I think it's a 3.5.
Yeah.
How about you, Mike? What's your letterbox and what are you rating Cabaret and X-Men? Which one did you pick? X2.
X2. My letterboxd and my Instagram are the same. You can find me on either. It is at One Hat Matter. That's ONEHATMADDER. I know how to spell it.
We'll write down those stairs.
Blank on it. X2 and Cabaret, they are both getting the same number. They are both very dear to my heart.
You give 5 and 4.5 is enough.
Cabaret is the closest to being a 5. If it were the 98 version with more songs in it, then it would be a 5. Cabaret, the musical itself, 5 stars.
Oh, absolutely.
This particular film of this particular production, 4.5.
Honourable. I love that.
And I'm very excited that I got to think about Nightcrawler.
Right, so if you want to get us on Instagram, you can. We are at the Silver Fox Office. We also have an email address, thesilverfoxoffice@gmail.com, where you can tell us your secrets.
Yep.
And you can ask to be on the show. And I'll say,
we're just going to get emails like, I killed a man. Hello.
So fair enough.
Yeah. Of all our
Mike,
guests.
do you have something to promote? Because I just
I
bought
do.
my ticket for it over the weekend.
Why not? Let me get my bits and bobs out.
You don't.
Is that's not what I'm promoting?
Promoting the mail form.
I thought this is what...
The peak of mail form.
That's me. So I am currently in rehearsals for a show. It is called Casino Royale, fitting for the Bond side of things. So it is basically, it's a little bit hard to describe, but it's kind of a review or a cabaret with Alan Cumming and Nightcrawler.
Everyone's Mike's features.
Everyone has to be wearing blue paint. So, okay, it's basically, it's a fundraiser for the Porirua brass band to go to nationals in Australia. So it is basically, the brass band is there playing instruments, there will be singers, there will be dancers, and there's me as like the character, the actor, and it's basically the story about a casino and the history of the casino. I think it's going to be really fun. I'm really looking forward to it. It's an excuse to dress up. There's going to be some like casino-y games and stuff. You know, it's an excuse to dress up, have a fun night, have a few cocktails. It'll be fun. So that is happening from the 9th to the 11th of July. Mm-hmm. It is going to be at the Linden Community Centre. And you can find tickets.
I also googled
City Brass.
Casino Royale Porirua, and it came up immediately. You get the tickets through Humantics, I think.
Yeah. So
fundraiser this weekend. I bought
how exciting
to choose from. I got an outfit for it because also it was a good excuse to buy something for my wardrobe. And I'm very, very excited. I'm sitting near the front, so I can block eye. No. And I think friend of the pod, friend of us, friend of all, Rachel might be coming with me. I'm very excited.
Oh, lovely. So it does have a couple of previous guests in it. Oh, maybe just one. Karen Anslow is also in it. She sings a wonderful song.
Very fun.
And I think that's all. I think that's all the previous guests that are in it.
It'll be a surprise.
If I've forgotten you, I'm sorry.
I'll be like, oh, there they are.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Well, I need to get the Bush number.
I already know what it is.
It is a 1. They were in Spy Kids together.
It's a 1.
You don't
need to get the number out. It's Spy. So, Steve Buscemi, Alan Cumming has a Buscemi number of 1 because they were in Spy Kids 2 together. That means they explore each other's bodies. Cumming and Bush.
In a bush near you.
In a bush near you.
Alan Cumming in a bush near you.
Oh no. No.
Coming to a bush near you?
It's so upsetting. And a bush near you.
Oh my god, you're absolutely correct. Steve, we love you. We love you, Alan.
We love you, Steve.
We love you.
I love you, Alan Cumming. I love you, Nightcrawler.
I love you,
Shao Kahn.
GoldenEye 1995.
It's just
Pierce Brosnan in GoldenEye 1995. If you're listening, give me a call.
Oh, I said this was going to be a bit feral, didn't I? And I feel like we were slow in getting there, but I'm getting fidgety in my chair. I need to.
Not ready for Jason.
Oh god.
I'm gonna be Jason on my Bateman.
I'm gonna
be baiting my Jason.
I'm gonna be baiting your man.
4 years. Monster fucker. Circle back.
Monster Fuckers Anonymous is.
I need to go to Briscoe.
We need to go. I'm done. Bye.